Hi everyone, this is just going to be a super quick video for the user, I believe it's KagomesSelf is her name. I know you just wanted to know a couple of basic things about dolls, and how you go about ordering them, and what everything is and why it costs so much, so I thought I'd grab Sonnet and show you what some of these things are. So, obviously, I already explained to you, a face-up is just the makeup. This was one that I got from a girl on Den of Angels. Usually for your first doll, I'd recommend getting a company face-up. That's what I did. That way you don't have to worry about finding someone to paint your doll and having to possibly send off your doll's head. Plus, since you've just joined Den of Angels, you won't have access to the marketplace right now, so you won't even be able to look up any face-up artists for a while. So, I would definitely recommend going with a company face-up if you can. The next thing you asked about was body blushing. Body blushing is when they do things like give your doll a manicure, like they'll paint their nails, or they'll have shading around their collarbone and usually on their chest, their toes, whatever, just to give them some more, like, true fleshy look, like a little more realistic. For your first doll, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because it ends up being something that you have to take care of and preserve a little more. Sonnet is blushed, but already in her shoulder joints and stuff and her elbows, it's chipping a bit. So if it's a doll that you want to carry around all the time and have with you a lot or play with a lot, usually body blushing isn't too necessary. I just like to give my dolls a little manicure so at least their hands are a little more lifelike, because that tends to last pretty well. And usually they're clothed anyway, so you're not going to see any really torso body blushing. But if you're someone who likes to really take like high quality photos of your dolls and you want a realistic look, then that's definitely something to go for. But it does end up costing you a lot more money if you order from a company. The last thing you asked about was seams. I'm going to try to show you some Sonnet seams. What the seams are is all the dolls are made through molds. So the resin gets poured in a mold, and then the mold gets put together. So when they come out of the mold, see this line here? This is a particularly bad seam. This isn't what you'd find on most dolls. She doesn't have this on all her limbs, and there is a slight one on the other side of her leg, but it's quite hard to see. But yeah, that's just a really bad seam. If the light can catch it again, I don't know, but there. So that's what it means by seams. If you want seam sanding, they'll sand the doll literally and just get rid of that for you. I have done some seam sanding on a couple dolls, but only because they had like chunks of resin. Usually, if that's the case, when the doll comes out of the mold, the company will do that free of charge, because that's like an actual imperfection. But in general, most seams will be on your doll when you get them. There's no seams on the head, so you won't have to worry about that. But on her, they're down the side of her neck, the sides of her arms. Her hands actually don't have much of a seam. They have a little bit, but they're pretty, like, I actually had to really look for the seam on her hands. If it's a doll that you're going to have in dresses a lot or something, you're not even going to see the seams. There's lots of tutorials on how to sand seams on both Den of Angels and on YouTube. I recommend you check out our Dollyholics channel. It's literally Dollyholics, one word. It's another YouTube channel that I'm a part of that has a lot of information on first dolls and taking care of your dolls and a lot of the processes involved in caring for a doll and owning a doll. So I would definitely recommend you check that out. I'll put a link in the bar here for you. And I hope that answered some of your questions. If you have any more, please don't hesitate to ask. I will do my best to answer. And all the best of luck in buying your first doll. I'm really excited for you. So, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Bye!